Hey, what's up, DIYers? Mike Boards with the Mike Boards channel. Thank you for watching. We're talking jet skis today, and in the event that you have a lack of acceleration, you might just have a low compression issue, and we're going to talk about that in this video. Let's take a look. All right, DIYers at the workstation, and in front of us here is my mom and dad's 2003 Sea-Doo GTX. Yes, inside the house, wife approved, green light. Not allowed to start it though. I promised her that. And again, in the event that your engine is bogging down or you have significant loss of acceleration, we are going to talk about one specific thing on the fuel distributor. Let's go and remove the seats and go inside the hull. However, real quick, let's focus on this back latch here and notice how I can move it without any unfriendly sounds, no screeching, squealing, or screaming. And that's because we have it properly lubricated. And we continue to properly lubricate it over the years. And in the event that you don't lubricate your latches, well, unfortunately, you will get some unfriendly sounds. That latch itself will stiffen up and end up breaking if you're not careful. And down below in the comment section, as well as the description section, we are going to post several helpful videos on replacing several parts of this jet ski. How to lubricate your latch, how to replace the latch. We've got our step protective sleeve here. We show you how to remove your old one and install a brand new one. And a lot more. We replaced this little spring-loaded tab here. Check that out. That's brand new. Brand new start-stop cap, brand new start-stop push button and wire harness downstream. Brand new starter, ignition coils, plugs, wires, ignition, fuel injectors, air injectors, and a lot more. Again, check those out. We'll remove our seats at this point and go inside the hull. Taking a step port side, and we did just that. Again, remove the seats. As you can see, they are resting gently and safely on the floor. And let's go inside the hull. And there's the top portion of our engine, and I want to direct our attention to the direct fuel injection distributor. It's this big black rectangular housing here, and on top of it, it has two fuel injectors. Those are the magenta or burgundy color things under the electrical connections. It's got a fuel regulator, an air regulator, and an additional fuel injector. And directly below the housing itself are two direct air injectors, all replaced and brand new. In addition, on the back side is a brand new installed engine temp sensor, and we show you how to remove and replace all of those parts. However, this video, I want to focus on this little connection point. This is a fuel line feeding into our distributor, and inside here is an O-ring, and ours has been in there for 20 plus years. So over time, well, unfortunately, those O-rings dry rot and begin leaking. And again, this is a direct air and fuel distributor housing. Again, you've got your fuel regulator, air regulator, and direct air injectors and fuel injectors. And in the event that your O-ring, whether it's this fuel line or the line right back there, dry rot or give way and begin leaking, there goes your acceleration and there goes your engine compression. In other words, your engine will bog down and go slow, and that's not what you bought a jet ski for, right? Well, most of us, right? So again, in the event that you have visible fuel leakage right at this fitting here or that fitting back there. All right, DIYers, hey, a quick break in the action, and before we actually come out of the hull and go to the aft portion of the hull and get a closer view of that rear hose I just showed you, it's extremely important to know that is an air hose that comes directly out of your air pump and feeds into the aft portion of your direct fuel injection distributor. Again, that is an air line, and you will notice the hose or line itself is different than the fuel line located in the front portion or secured to the left side of this direct fuel injection distributor. Again, the front hose that we've been talking about is a fuel line, and the rear hose that we are about to get a closer view is an air line. However, both of them have that internal O-ring, and when that O-ring goes bad, you are going to lose acceleration due to lack of compression. So again, standing port side like we are now and looking at the distributor, the fuel line is on the left side or closest to the front, and the air line is on the rear or aft portion. So if you've got a fuel leak on the left side, your O-ring has gone bad, or on the right side or aft portion where the air hose is, if you hear some hissing sounds or whistling, you've got an air leak, and that O-ring will need to be replaced. Let me give you a better view of that one. I'll remove this little plastic insert, set that aside, and come inside here, and that fitting right there held in place, as you see, by a bolt, and inside there is a rubber O-ring, and it feeds downstream. Again, if you've got fuel visibly leaking in this area or discoloration in this area, your O-ring needs to be replaced. And for your convenience, right now scrolling above is a link to a video that we show you how to perform the proper and safe steps of replacing those O-rings. And DIYers, believe it or not, it's a very friendly project, so definitely check that out. However, that's kind of the back. We've replaced an additional engine temp sensor inside our electrical box. We have replaced the starter relay, as well as both of the ignition coils, brand new spark plug wires, plugs, and brand new solenoid, check valve, brand new battery, brand new oil sensor right there, and again, a lot more. So that's what I wanted to focus on in this video. What I'll do is re-secure everything. And seats are re-secured, DIYers. Again, we hope this helps, and we hope you check out that video where, again, we'll show you how to replace those O-rings. Get your engine performance back up to what it is expected and designed to do. We hope this helps. Hey, do us a favor below the video. You'll see that thumbs up icon. Click on that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely ring your YouTube bell. That would be very helpful to us. We'd really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching. And here are the old ignition coils. 2 brand new ones are installed. And a whole bunch of old parts here. Injectors, regulators, and more. Old wires and boots. Old temp sensors. Old cap that goes on the start-stop switch and wire harness. If your jet ski is not starting conveniently, it might be as simple as replacing this little switch.